Good Friday morning, everybody. It is August 25th. I'm Lana Harris. This is the First Alert Desk. I'm actually going to run through some of the top trending stories right now, just in case you missed it. Now, the first one is pretty heartbreaking and really might strike a nerve if you're a dog owner. In the first story here, a DeKalb County woman is really just mourning and sad, grieving this morning because her dog was shot and killed by her neighbor. Here's a story of what happened.
Minerva was my child. I mean, she was part of my family, and it just shouldn't be okay that somebody could come out and hurt her like that.
Incomprehensible is how Jane Gunn describes the loss of her 2.5-year-old golden doodle, Minerva. The pup shot and killed last week.
Minerva was so excited, she just got out the door.
Gunn says Minerva ran across the street and into her neighbor's front yard. Shortly after, her neighbor screamed at her to come get Minerva, and seconds after that, a gunshot.
I'm not sure if she was even still with us at that point, but we did not make it to the vet.
We knocked on the neighbor's door for comment, but no one answered, so we requested the police report. The report says Gunn's neighbor told police the dog was, quote, baring his teeth and charging at her. She says she called out for her neighbor to come and get the dog, but had to shoot it because it happened so fast.
Minerva could maybe kill you with kisses and hugs.
Criminal defense attorney Larry Cohn explains homeowners need to be cautious about pets leaving their property.
If the homeowner felt threatened that the animal was going to injure her, her property, or even an animal on her property, one of her pets, she has every right to act.
He says the statute for animal cruelty in Georgia allows people to defend themselves and their property.
However, if an animal simply runs across your property or trespasses and they had no right to be there, you have no legal right to go ahead and injure the animal.
I want to keep you safe.
For now, Gunn's holding her other dog, Albus, extra close. In Scottsdale, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
Obviously, it's just such a sad story either way. You have a neighbor who was obviously scared, but a homeowner who's lost his sweet little golden doodle puppy, 2.5 years old, like Amanda said. So we'll keep an eye on that story for you for any updates of what happens. In the meantime, it's not even September yet. Never mind it not being fall. We're still in August. It's still hot outside, and we're talking about pumpkin spice being back. Dunkin' already unveiled theirs. We got Starbucks who just unveiled theirs, and now, look at this. Hefty. Does your trash stink? Well, maybe it won't, because they've got some pumpkin spice trash bags for you. Specifically, they're called cinnamon pumpkin spice ultra strong trash bags. I really did not know this was a thing. You know what? But this might actually make you happy. They're actually rolling theirs out in September. Still probably going to be summer time technically, but at least it's September. Feels like a fall month. You can buy them for $6. They're going to be available at stores like Target and Walmart. And again, I'm not mad at it because, you know, trash stinks. I would not mind if mine had a little cinnamon pumpkin smell to it, unless it smelled like cinnamon pumpkin and trash, which would just be weird, but we're gonna get out of that. We actually have some really cool news about Jamie Foxx. Of course, a lot of people have been really worried about Jamie Foxx, and we didn't know, what was gonna happen with him health-wise, and apparently he is getting back into acting. This is a video that, of course, he put out shortly after he got out of the hospital, and he'd spent a couple of weeks just with family and recovering and stuff like that. But nobody really knew what he was going to do next. So new this morning, Deadline is reporting that Academy Award winner Jamie Foxx is going to play the role of God in an upcoming comedy. So it's going to be called Not Another Church Movie. It's going to be his first new role that he's going to film since he was hospitalized here in Atlanta. No word on when the production is going to start, of course, because the actors and the writers and the producers are all on strike in Hollywood and, of course, here in Georgia. In fact, my mom and I were just watching The Last of Us. She just saw it for the first time, the ends of the season, episode 9. She says, when's the next season starting? I said, well, I don't know because everybody's on strike right now. So we're also staying on top of that writer's strike and the actor's strike for new updates there. Of course, we know they are still trying to go back and forth, working out things about pay, AI, residuals for streaming services. A lot going on there as well, but really good news about Jamie Foxx. Okay. Interesting news here. So we all know R. Kelly. We all know the hot water he's been in the past couple of years with things we will not get into. But he's got victims that he's left behind who need to be paid for being victims. And there's now a way that he has to pay them. So R. Kelly's record label has to pay out $500,000 in music royalties to his sexual abuse victims. USA Today is reporting that a district judge in New York ordered that R. Kelly and the Universal Music Group pay that money to satisfy those victims as restitution and their unpaid fines. So court documents say Universal Music Group now has 10 days to transfer this money to pay R. Kelly's debts. He is currently serving a 30-year prison sentence for racketeering and sex trafficking. All right, next one for you is just good news in case you missed it. That's what this is. Want to make sure you can save a couple of dollars going to the movies. Maybe you haven't seen Barbie yet. Maybe you haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. A lot of cool movies out right now. You can see it right for $4 this Sunday, okay? This is really cool. This is the second annual National Cinema Day, and more than 3,000 theaters are expected to participate in this, including AMC, Regal's participating, so you can catch them this weekend for $4. Obviously, this is a way to try to get people to come back to the theater. They've been struggling in the past couple of years. Of course, the coronavirus, the pandemic did not help. So a lot of people went back to the movies for Barbie and Oppenheimer. Maybe you'll go back if it was just $4. They're hoping so. Wanted to make sure you knew that was out there for you. And that pretty much does it for me. Again, I'm Lana Harris. This was In Case You Missed It. Here is a quick look outside. Beautiful shot of Midtown. It is going to be extremely hot outside today. In fact, there's a heat advisory for a lot of Metro Atlanta. We're going to have a full breakdown for you on Atlanta News First at noon. Until then, I hope everybody has a great day.